The other day, we had a day of Jewish culture at the Roundhouse in the capital of New Mexico. A beautifully attended event with many people coming together, many Jewish organizations. It was also those who were protesting against Israel at the Roundhouse. And I had a conversation with one of them, someone I know, and we were discussing, and I asked him, you're protesting and you care about the people who are being oppressed and hurt. What about the people in Iran who are being massacred by the thousands, by the tens of thousands, by an oppressive regime who are begging and asking for our help? What about protesting for them and making their voice heard? And he said, well, we don't really have the ability to protest everything, and it's about priorities and about we don't have the time and energy to really focus on everything. Obviously, if no Jews involved, there's no need to protests, and it's incredibly anti-Semitic to focus on one single issue in the whole world rather than the real issues that are happening with massacres of people, of tens of thousands of people, and the world is silent. Obviously, anti-Semitism is growing, and perhaps it's this week's Torah reading that's the real root of all anti-Semitism. This week's Torah reading is Mishpatim. Mishpatim is about the civic law that God gave the Jewish people, our people, after we received the Torah at Mount Sinai. It speaks about how to be kind to the poor and the destitute, against usury, what the rules are when someone has a disagreement with somebody, how to resolve those disagreements, to make sure not to oppress the converts, how to tithe, how to be kind to each other. 53 mitzvot, positive and negative, of how to behave in society. We brought morals and ethics to the world. We are the consciousness of the world. We have a mission and purpose to make the world a bright place, a place that's kind, and a place that's godly, and a place that's going to manifest God's divine presence in this world. And people don't like us for that. But we know that we have a mission. We're not going to be deterred. We know how important this mission is, not only despite being hated, but maybe the hate shows us that we have an important mission. That's something that sometimes we're not aware of ourselves, but the world is aware of. There was a talk by journalist Bret Stephens, who honed in on a whole idea, which I encourage you to listen to. He speaks of the ills of anti-Semitism, and he says we're wasting our time combating anti-Semitism. They're not going to change, and it's futile to actually go and try to change people's ideas by telling them how good the Jews are, or how successful we are, or how we change the world. He says we should focus inward, be more Jewish, have Jewish education, get involved in Torah and mitzvot, and actually fulfill that mission. I encourage you to listen to that. We're going into a new month, a month of Adar, the month of Purim, the month of celebrations, and I encourage you to remember the story of Purim, when Haman had a decree to annihilate our people literally one day. And through prayer and fasting and being more Jewish, we overcame that decree, and today we celebrate the greatest, happiest day on the Jewish calendar, the day of Purim. May we have a joyous month of Adar and a very good Shabbat. Shabbat Shalom.